AI. If you don't have AI in your single player map, it won't be really fun. If it's not fun, why bother? So in this tutorial we see how to create AI character and how to make them able to move in your level. So first of all we will hold X to place the marker like somewhere in the air in the room. And then we will add an object called a CAI, which is basically a character. And in the properties, we want to set which type of character this will be. It's in the model template. We want to set that to a replica soldier, and in this they are called soldier. So soldier desert, for example. And as the goal set, we want to set that as a patrol. By default, that's a good one to choose. So we are done, right? Well, not really, because this AI won't move around. It will only stay in place shooting at you, just like all FPS AI. So to be like fear worthy of AI, we want to at least make the AI be able to move in the map. So to do that, we want to create what is called a AI nav mesh. So Shift X by selecting the ground to place the marker on the ground, and with your grid as 10 centimeter of size, you want to put the marker 20 centimeter above the ground. And then you want to create a plane, and by having Y plus rectangle, press OK, and then we have like a plane just a bit in the air. For sake of like organization, we want to add a texture on it that is called AI nav mesh. Control T to apply it, and we want to make this a nav mesh. To do that, right click, selection, bind to object, and AI nav mesh. And now we have the nav mesh with the brush underneath it. For now, when we add more brush to make the nav mesh bigger, we want to make the nav mesh object the main parent, so press F3 on it. Now we can select the brushes and extend that to the whole room. And we want to have like approximately 20 centimeter compared to like the wall, against the wall or other object, because the AI, when it will move on the nav mesh, it can move at the edge also, so you don't want it to like go inside the wall. So let's fill that whole room, and I have already made nav mesh for this part. So what I want to do now is I want to connect two of them. So with the grid it's pretty easy, snap like this. And now I want to take this whole plane, hold D and copy it to the other room like that. And I want to do the same thing here, which will be to fill the whole room and to snap to this. So snap like that and fit the top. So everything now is filled, but I have this object in the way. What do? I can cut the nav mesh with the brush cut tool, or there's another way I want to show you. We can also add, if I place my marker there and I add a box, we can make this box surround the whole thing like that, like this, and make this box a nav mesh cover. So in properties, change that to AI nav mesh cover, and now this will cut a hole on our nav mesh. So this is it for the nav mesh. Yeah, that's it for the nav mesh. What we want to do now is that we want to test the map. So we can process. But before that, we want to be sure each of the nav mesh are inside the nav mesh object with the iron. If we can check this, so select all of them like that, except the cover, because the cover is not a normal nav mesh. So now I select all my corridor, and I want to move that inside my AI nav mesh object. Right click, move tag node here. So now I think my cover is inside of it. So if I select that, I want to move it out of it by dragging it or into the nav mesh folder, not the object. So now if I select my nav mesh and all of its children, I will have all of this inside the nav mesh object. Now I can compile the map and we can test it. And I think the game is already open, so I will close that and I will replay. Also, I think is that the AI still won't move that around that much because we don't have nodes. We need AI node also. So you just like sit there, just kill it. But we need AI node to have the AI goal. Like the AI will be able to have a goal, like I can go there or I can go there, and that will make it move around. And we need AI node for that. But that will be for another tutorial. So as a bonus, you can also press F11 to see your nav mesh in the room. So you can see the nav mesh in the room. This is where the AI can move. And you can see we cut a hole for this object. So this is it. We'll see the node inside for the next tutorial.